Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steeler Nation what's on our minds. I'm Melanie Friedlander. In case you missed it, and you probably did, and I kind of hope you did, the latest episode of the Arizona Cardinals flight plan was released on YouTube the other day. Titled Coach and the Coordinators, it featured new Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon addressing the team. It seemed as though his goal was to inspire his players, but his flat tone and delivery seemed to have the opposite effect, as most of them sat there looking unresponsive and glazed over. He transitioned straight from asking the players if they had arrived by car, bus, or bike to demanding that they arrive on time or be fined for even a minute late, and then directing them to have fire in the gut. To be fair, it was supposedly 5:14 in the morning, but it was still pretty painful to watch. I couldn't help but wonder how that same message might have sounded coming from former Steelers head coach Bill Cowher or current Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin, or what current Cardinals players running back James Conner, offensive lineman Kelvin Beachum, and newly signed quarterback Josh Dobbs thought about the obvious contrast, given that they had played for Tomlin in the past. I once worked with a regional manager for a surgical device company who had played for the NFL for about 5 years after college. He was a journeyman who bounced around multiple teams over the years and spent about half a season in Pittsburgh. I'll never forget him telling me about the experience of listening to Coach Cowher give a pre-practice talk on a Tuesday afternoon. He laughed as he described the passion and the spit flying everywhere. In his opinion, he was more motivated from that Tuesday practice speech than anything he heard from any other coach over the years. And he said that was a daily occurrence during his time with the Steelers. While current head coach Mike Tomlin has a very different style, player after player has stated they would run through a wall for him. He finds a way to teach and inspire each and every man on the team, from the newest rookie to the most senior veteran. It's always interesting to hear veteran players who sign with Pittsburgh as free agents and their comments about the impression Tomlin made on them prior to the draft. Even years later, they still remember those conversations and want to play for him. We don't know what type of experience the Cardinals players will have with their new head coach, or what type of success he can achieve. All coaches present their message differently, and Gannon may certainly find a way to reach his players. Steelers fans, however, are just a little bit spoiled, having seen two head coaches in Pittsburgh over the past 30 years who find a way to get every man on the roster to go the extra mile every week. We all love the Tomlinisms, but there is so much more to Mike T, as many of the players refer to him. This current roster of NFL players seem to love him, and I am confident that will translate into maximum effort throughout the season. That's my take. You can follow me on Twitter @GirlSurgeon. Check out The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow us on SteelersDepot.com and check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.